One of the big things that is often quoted and said in different ways to parents that I think that we need to dispel this myth is that children become readers in the laps of their parents reading to them. And this is not the case. They may develop a love of literacy, but they're not necessarily going to develop the skills they need to learn to read. Having a teacher say, your child's not reading because you're not reading to them enough at home, you really can't say that, or that there are not enough books in the home, because there are homes with thousands of books and children can't read.
I actually have a blog about that. Natalie Wexler, who does a lot of good stuff, wrote an article about background knowledge and how important it was. And it really looked like background knowledge would solve everything from this article. And so I responded to this in my own blog saying, nah, you got to tell parents about all the facets of reading. I mean, my kid had all sorts of background knowledge, couldn't read. But, you know, I sent my son to a progressive public school. When we got in, we thought we won the lottery. There, he learned incredible content, but skills were this byproduct. We moved him to a specialized dyslexia school because we're lucky in New York City, we have those. It's a private school. We had to, you know, there was tuition involved in suing the Department of Education and everything else. He learned incredible skills, but of course, content was a byproduct at that point because he was so far behind. But it's a lot easier, I think, for a parent, unless you're a skilled teacher, to teach kids background knowledge than it is, and teach them content, than it is to teach them reading. Reading is a hard thing to teach.
And it's not necessarily the best thought, even for a trained parent, to be working on with their child, because the child wants you to see them as successful, bright, intelligent, and they don't want to see them struggle.
Exactly.
And so it can cause tension.
Taking a kid to a museum is a lot easier than teaching them to read. You know,
definitely.
Even taking them to a baseball game and teaching them about all the math that's in the baseball games is easier than teaching them how to read.
Yeah, for sure.